Good afternoon. Welcome to the Star and Lion. I'm going to do a collective reading today from the Biblical Tarot deck. This is a deck that has the traditional tarot information along with Christian theology interspersed. So it's kind of a cool deck, and I felt like with Easter coming up soon, why not? So let's get started. Thank you, spirits, guides. Oh, all those here for a greater good. Ooh. Okay, just take the top one. One more card, Spirit. One more card for the collective. Thank you, guardians, angels. All right, I'm going to go with 3 cards. Oh, wow. Okay, so we've got 2 major arcana sitting here, and these are dominant energies. You'll either feel them very strongly or they're in the background, but they are ever present. So we'll start with the Chariot. And there we have Pharaoh on the Chariot, which, wow, you can't make this stuff up. What do we usually see during this time of the year is the 10 Commandments. And, that big scene at the end when Pharaoh's trying to chase down Moses and the Israelites. And here he is on the Chariot. This is the fastest energy in the card, in the deck, sorry. And it's number 7, so 7 may be significant for you. Perhaps also a time frame, 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months. Something is coming in, some energy, some information, but it says here the Chariot, Pharaoh's pursuit. This is Cancer energy, by the way, if that resonates for you. We also have the High Priestess, and this is Mary Magdalene. And you can see here she's got 7 skulls. And if you know the story of Mary Magdalene, the 7 demons were banished from her, and those are represented here beneath her. And she is the High Priestess out of the deck. And finally, we have the Ace of Feathers. The Ace of Feathers, feathers in this deck are the swords. So it's air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, if that resonates for you. Also, I didn't tell you, 2 and 1, Ace, big energy. This is Saul, and the verse on here says, he fell to the ground and heard a voice say to him, Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me? So, for those who don't know the story, Saul was a persecutor of Jews and or Christians, and this was God talking to him, saying, "What are you doing? This is not what I want you to do." And then he blinded him. And then he roamed around and found a disciple who eventually cured him of his blindness. And then Saul was renamed Paul and became an apostle himself. So I'm getting a lot of transformational energy here from this reading. So we've got fast energy coming in along with the High Priestess, who is incredibly intuitive and leaning into the divine. And here we have Saul, who definitely leaned into the divine because he had no choice. So if I were to call it pretty quick and dirty, you need to listen. You need to pay attention to what's going on around you, and not just walk blindly into things, because your intuition will tell you. I think it's unfortunate that we live in a society that's so digitally weighed down that we don't pay attention to our gut anymore. We don't listen to what our internal guidance is telling us. And I think this is the message here, is that we need to listen to our internal guidance. I think if our leaders of the world did that more, we wouldn't be in the shape that we're in. So Again, this is a message for the collective. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Just for the sake of giggles, I'll look at the bottom of the deck. We've got the 8 of Feathers. This is Jonah trapped inside the fish. We know that story. Jonah and the whale praying to God. So 8 of Swords. You're trapped maybe in a situation, but really you're not. You can get yourself out of it if that's what's crossing you. Again, take what resonates. That may not be your story. And close the reading. As I said, this one was going to be quick. We're going to do Soul Symphony Card Oracle. And this is an intuitive deck. So let's see what Spirit has to tell us. Oh, that one wanted to come out. And hit the sound bowl. Interesting. Any other messages, Spirit? Any additional messages? And here's me dropping the cards. Thank you, Spirit, for any additional messages you have for us, the collective, today. Thank you, Spirit. 1, 2. Okay. I start to count when I'm shuffling, just to make sure that they know I'm not trying to move forward on my own accord. I do listen to the divine, after all. All right, we've got 3 cards again. Terms. Working out, negotiating with you, begging. There's a lot going on here. So it's a contractual card. That's what I'm feeling. We are going to be moving out of Mercury in retrograde. I would say that as the week progresses next week, if you're looking at all of these cards and all of this message into what the new week is going to bring for you, at least now, where today is March 14th, Mercury is going to be moving out of retrograde next weekend. And it's a good time to make contracts and sign agreements. Wow, I can't talk today. And work things out with colleagues and friends. So maybe what this is telling you is don't rush it right now. If you've got some things going on where you're like, gosh, I don't know if I should talk to them about it, maybe give it a few days. That gives you time to think, gain some clarity, lean into your intuition perhaps, and then you can have those conversations. The begging may be something that you're used to doing, and I'm getting from this that it's probably not a good idea to do that. Maybe just use good thought processes in working out whatever it is you need to negotiate. Third party, love triangle, relationships, the other woman, secret hookup. Oh, somebody's doing some interesting things here. This could be you. This could be you're the third party. You're the one who's on the outliers of the relationship. Perhaps you are somebody who is looking at somebody else outside of your current relationship. And maybe that's where this is coming in too, is you're trying to negotiate what you want to do. Do you want to stay in your marriage? Do you want to stay with your boyfriend or girlfriend or whomever you're with and maybe seek out someone else? I would say we don't want to be in a third-party situation necessarily. I don't want to judge anybody who likes having plural relationships, but they notoriously fail. So perhaps making sure you have good contractual boundaries, if that's something that you do, so that nobody gets hurt. And finally, signs. We already talked about being intuitive, leaning into your gut, spiritual contracts, songs. Oh, we're dealing with contracts again. Telepathic and dreams of them. So look to the signs. Your intuition may be telling you things in your dreams. I know I have some crazy dreams sometimes, and I think, what in the world was that about? But 9 times out of 10, and I journal every day, I'll go back and read a journal and be like, oh my gosh, this was it. This was why I dreamed that. Some people see signs. angel numbers, birds, feathers, coins on the ground, songs you hear in the store, things that people say. I know a lot of times, for example, I was doing my reading for next week, and very strong female archetypes are showing up in my reading for next week. So I'll be looking for that. I'll be looking for female archetypes that are very strong. So anyway, this was quick and dirty. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for being with the Thestarandlion.